You pull back the deerskin that covers the door of your roundhouse and step through, squinting into the too bright sun. Your feet crunch in the ground glass sand and your skin tightens in the morning chill. Across from you, no more than 200 feet away, are the melted two-story stumps of what must have been much taller buildings. They are all that's left of some ancient culture. The material is the darkest of grays and is impossible to work. No tool or magic can mark it. As such, it is useless. There's no way to get a piece of it off of the structure. Supposedly, a few melted blobs of it were found and scavenged centuries ago. With one end wrapped in leather, they made formidable weapons, crude but unbreakable. Once you have assured yourself that no threat is visible on that front, you turn your face and look down the valley. The blue haze still sits in the depths, and a sandy mist pours out onto the plains beyond. It looks like grasslands, and it looks like the grass is blowing away from you in the outflow wind. But you know from experience that it is, in actuality, a desert, both dangerous and useful by turns. What looks like grass is actually whirls and waves of sand. In the far distance, the rising sun glints off first one edge and then another as the broken pyramid appears from the gloom. It looks for all the world like the peak of the white marble pyramid, which makes up 1/3 of the total height, used to float unsupported above the black granite base below. Learned men who have studied the building claim that the gap was of 46 feet, and that the upper portion, which they call the summit, used to rotate about once every hour. Now it rests, twisted about 1/8 of a revolution off-center on the base. Damage from the impact when it crashed down can be seen as the summit has slightly corkscrewed its way into the base. You know there is a door 40 feet tall and just as wide at the foot of that structure. You also know that no one has been able to enter that door for at least the last 4,000 years. You turn back and re-enter your roundhouse. The smell of the hearth and the livestock at the other end of the main room hits you immediately. It'll be spring soon, and you'll be able to put the animals back outside. Your attention is drawn by the smell of breakfast. Thick porridge is being doled out of a bronze pot and into wooden bowls. Wooden cups and bone cutlery are handed out, and you seat yourself as much out of the omnipresent smoke as possible. Once again, you consider your position. You do not have the connections to get into the military without having to go into the infantry, and, with the war currently going as it is, that would be suicidal. You don't have the money to buy your way into a walled city, nor do you have the skills you need to earn your way in. A career in the church doesn't appeal, and you have no other useful skills. There's only one thing to do. The same thing every desperate bastard does eventually. It's time to go artifact hunting. Not around here, though. This place is picked clean. Nothing old has been found here in 50 years, so it's time to go. But where?